What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B Hot Radio Shout in, stepping in the building. I got an artist that's tearing up the streets right now as we speak. Jay Brown, what's good with it, boss?
What's up with it, bro? How you doing? How you doing?
Man, feeling good, feeling great.
That's
now,
good.
I mean, Jay, we got to get straight into it, man.
Let's
if you
get
can
to
see
it.
you going crazy right now, #1 song in the country.
Yeah, bro.
How you feeling, boss?
I'm feeling straight, man. This is like my new single. You know, something I dedicated to the ladies. Something uplifting, something encouraging. So I am an R&B singer.
That's
so
right.
I encourage y'all to, look it up. If you can see you, it's definitely something that's worth the listen.
I mean, me and the wife, we was just riding down the street the other day, man. That thing was playing on the radio,
Straight
and I was
up.
like, man, that Jay Brown is going crazy
man.
right now, especially in the A.
Oh, shout out to
so,
the A.
I mean, Jay, talk to me just about your creative process, man. When you're going in there and it's time for you to make these hits,
Yeah.
how are we creating them, man?
Man, that's a good question. So honestly, what I normally do, typically when I write freestyle a song, I kind of like, sometimes I take certain things from my personal experiences, but then mostly from other people's relationships. So I hear certain things from some of my boys or some of my female friends and kind of incorporate that in the song. And sometimes they'll be like, yo, that sounds kind of familiar. I'm like, no, it wasn't about you. But it can happen anyway, man. It's just more so about singing and creating relatable things that people can easily gravitate towards. So that's my goal, just writing relatable topics and things of that nature.
All of this
songs.
success, though, Jay, I mean, being independent, how does that make you feel, having 2 #1s in 1 year, being an independent artist?
Honestly, bro, it's a blessing because I'm going to tell you, man, the industry, I've had a few major record deals throughout my career, and the place that I'm in right now is probably, no, not even probably, it's the best situation I could possibly have. No one's strong arming me. There's no dictatorships. I can release music when I want to.
Come on.
And on top of that, you get to make your money. So, it's a challenge. I will tell you, a lot of people want to have record deals, but I'm like, listen, if you have the proper funding, meaning get your credit right, you can just take out some loans and fund your own stuff.
Exactly.
Right?
Come on.
But from there, man, I say it's best to go independent considering you control everything.
Yeah.
So I encourage y'all to do that.
What is it like working those records, though, independently, man? Trying to get them on the radio stations and stuff like that, because I know that's got to be difficult as hell, battling against the majors.
Oh, facts, bro. That's great question.
Yeah.
Because the majors don't want me to, to get that dough.
You messing up folks' jobs to get a #1.
Yeah, bro. So, I will say this. So, I'm great at relationships. So, whenever I meet somebody who's played my music, like, I'm always making sure that I'm just, like, organically communicating with them, checking up on them, like, because that's who I am.
Exactly.
Especially once I meet them and I see they're cool.
Yeah.
Like, I check up on them, make sure they're all right, whatever. And from there, we form a relationship, and people just legitimately, like, they mess with me. So it's kind of like, Jay a cool dude.
Yeah.
I believe in his talent. Let me support him. And that's typically how it happens.
Exactly. The business of being independent at the same time, though, man. I mean, when the money starts coming in, I know the labels got to start calling back, sir.
Yeah, but, man, I'm like this. If, for example, when you are independent, sometimes people just so desperately want a record deal.
Yeah.
Not realizing that this could be the potential, like,
end of your career.
Yeah, basically. They just want that name underneath whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Not realizing, like you said, the end of your career in some cases, but you could be shelved for so long, release one record, and that's it. And then from there, it's kind of like, what happened to so-and-so? Well, I'll tell you what happened. They signed that major deal. So for me, labels that I did want to sign to, and they overlooked me during that time, and they're reaching back out, I'm not signing to them. Because it's kind of like, you didn't want me then, so why do you want me now? Oh, I get it, because I'm charting, I'm doing this and that.
Exactly.
But nah, I would prefer someone to support me, like legitimately, genuinely support me. You ain't hear that sound.
No, you good.
Legitimately support me, and then we can rock. Other than that, I'm not gonna foolishly fall for the okie doke.
I feel that. Yeah. I mean, touring though, man. I mean, being out here performing these songs. I know you was just on stage with Johnny Gill the other day, man.
Yeah, bro.
Break that down to me.
Man, Johnny's the GOAT, man.
Yeah.
One of the GOATs out here. So shout out to him. I actually did I did a tribute to him for the Black Music Honors.
Ooh.
That was like a few months ago here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And we built a relationship, and then from there, coincidentally, we both ended up on the same show out in Philly.
Yeah.
And it's always good times whenever I link up with him. So
exactly.
Yeah.
When it comes to those other R&B icons and legends, man, who are the ones that's giving you the game and the mentorship that you need out here, man?
Man, let me tell you, man. can we be real?
Come on.
A lot of them don't want to give you no game.
Oh, come on, Jay.
And it, to me, it's the weakest thing ever, man. Like, now I will say there are three well-known R&B artists that like really show me like straight up love.
Yeah.
Wouldn't charge me for anything. Like Tank, for example, me being on tour, he passed up a show to come fly out to Dallas to get on stage with me.
What?
So like people like that, like a Raheem Devon or Eric Benet or Eric Robeson, or it's a few other people that I'm like really close with that are like legitimately like real deal supporters. John B, another one. But some people, man, they don't care, Yeah, it is what it is, you know. But it's like if I were in their position, I saw somebody had talent, I'm like, man, I'm bringing them in.
Exactly, you got to give them the game, man.
You got to, man. But they don't want to do it. They want to keep it off of themselves. I'm like, yo, it's enough money out here for all of us.
Yeah.
Especially for the old comers, like the new generation, we coming up.
Exactly.
And I'm not technically new. I've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
But in their eyes, I'm new. So it's kind of like, why not give me a shot? But, that's how it goes sometimes, man. People just don't want you to shine.
I mean, you spoke about Tank earlier, though, man. That Don't Rush going crazy as well, man. I mean, talk about working with him and then that creative process when y'all get together.
Oh, yeah. See, Tank, man. See, a lot of people fail to realize, a lot of people know how talented he is.
Yeah.
But like myself, we both come from the church. And everything happens just organically with him. Okay. Like, everybody know vocally he out cold.
Come on now.
He's a performance, but he can act. So he's like a triple threat, man. Yeah. And just working with him is always good times, good energy, no fake weirdo stuff like some of these other cats you work with. Sometimes they got these egos.
Damn.
But Tank, just a solid one. And Jay Valentine, so shout out to them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, when you talk about just maneuvering in the industry, dealing with folks with them egos and stuff like that, what is that like, too, when you humbling down to earth and then you just trying to network and work things out?
Man, honestly, see, I'm from the D, man. And the way I was raised, if you're not rocking with me, I'm definitely not going to rock with you. I'm not going to make it known when I see you, but at least I know what I'm dealing with.
Exactly.
So I tell people all the time, when a person show you the colors, believe that's who they are, man. Because I can't get with the fake stuff, man. Like, if you're going to support me, support me. Not everybody going to like your stuff. Not everyone's going to like your stuff.
Come on
Keep
now.
that in mind. But I feel like if a person is a solid person, all the right intentions, give them a shot. Don't mean you got to like my music, but character says a lot, So for me, my character always stands on, everything,
exactly.
Who I am, where I come from. And sadly, a lot of people just aren't like that in the industry. I
feel that. I mean, but talk to me about breaking into the music industry. How did you get your start in this thing? Was it a difficult journey, or what the hell was going on?
Come on, bro. I ain't got to tell you, already know it was crazy. So to kind of give y'all like the condensed version. So I'm from Detroit. My father's a pastor, and my mother, she grew up singing as well.
Okay.
I grew up singing in the church. Then from there, it kind of progressed into like talent shows and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But initially, I started singing on the playground to the girls. So I knew from there, I said, maybe I got something. But in my mind, I was just trying to get the girls. I ain't really, you know.
That's right.
And then fast forward, like when I ain't gonna even say then, all right, I'll say in 2002, Wyclef signed me. But even that deal was cool, but I didn't really see it progressing anywhere like that. I mean, Clef is a cool guy, but he had a lot going on during that time.
How did you meet Wyclef?
Man, somebody just connected us. They said I was in a group.
Okay.
And he's like, man, Wyclef looking for a group. Do you got any guys who can? And my boy and I, we just came together and formed a group, and that was it. Went to New Jersey, New York, auditioned for Clef at Platinum Sound Studios, and he signed us like right then and there.
Oh my God!
But it was cool. It was cool. But after that, I started working with Jaheim, and then I think the defining moment for me when I knew like, okay, I could do something was undergrad. I performed at a talent show at Grambling State. I know we in Atlanta, but y'all gotta
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it.
It's HBCU though.
Yeah.
And performed at Grambling State, and the girls went crazy. And they still talk about this to this day. They like, yo, every performance that we've seen at Grambling does not compare to what you did as a freshman. And I wasn't even trying to do anything. I was just going up there to sing, and everybody was, man, all the girls standing up. man, even the fellas were standing up. They was just in disbelief, like, yo, this dude killing it.
Yeah.
And you talking about people from New Orleans, you know, these rough,
exactly,
kind of like Detroiters. Like, they don't show love like that sometimes, but people from New Orleans love music.
Exactly.
Like, good music. So they supported me, man, and that was the defining moment. I said, from there, I could do this solo-wise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Being solo, though, man, what was that transition like when you went solo in this thing?
Yes, all right. Man, you got some good questions, bro. So, man, as a group, you kind of like, you got a lot of crutches. So let's say if your vocals may be off.
Yeah.
You may have another singer in the group who can kind of like.
Yeah.
And when you harmonizing, people can't really tell because it sound good.
Yeah.
So you kind of got a few crutches, people you can lean on, so to speak, when you're in a group. When you solo, you're all on your own.
Yeah.
So from there, I had to really build up that confidence, man, to say, okay, I can get on stage and actually pursue this.
Yeah.
But them nerves were still there.
Okay.
But I always go back to that Grambling State moment or that talent show. And I said, man, I wasn't even really thinking about it up here.
Exactly.
I just did it.
Come on.
And so whenever I hit the stage, it's just me. I don't take dancers. I don't take background singers. Sometimes I don't even take a band. It's just me and my manager pressing play on the laptop.
I don't blame that. I don't blame that.
You know, for budget purposes.
Exactly.
We're going to keep it 100. We're going to keep it 100. Nah, but
yeah.
No, man, but it's always, man, God is always there with me and always keeping me through the storm if there is a storm.
Yeah.
So I would say every performance that I do, it's always good. I always get a really great response.
Going to Grambling State, though, and receiving that education, how do you think that impacted your career and mindset going into the game, man?
Man, I don't think Grambling really. Nah, it didn't have anything to do with me musically.
Well, no, I ain't talking about musically. I'm just talking about mentally and then maturing while you in school and the things that you learning.
Oh, yeah. Now I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, because, as an independent, when you go to school, you by yourself, so to speak. So I was definitely by myself. No parents came down there. You see other people getting dropped off by parents. I'm over there looking sad, not sad, but I'm like,
looking lonely.
But my parents,
exactly,
and my parents, they just didn't, they ain't had the energy to fly down there. But as an independent during that time, you got to figure it out, man. And I will say, Grambling helped shape and mold me into who I am right now because I wasn't always a structured type of person.
Yeah.
Depending on parents all the time and this and that, but Grambling helped me like transform into a man. So I would say when you factor in the industry, me being a solo artist, I will say that did help prepare me mentally. Because, prior to that, I was in groups. I was back at home.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have a chance to really be an independent because I was always dependent on somebody.
I feel that.
But at this point in life, I would say that it helped shape me.
What was the experience like being on the labels, though, once you got those initial deals? How did you feel at the time, and how did you feel afterward?
Ooh. Yeah. I mean, you get excited when you get that little signing bonus.
Yeah.
Until you realize it's all recoupable.
Yeah, exactly.
But I would say those were all good experiences, some of them. But I wouldn't trade it for being independent.
Okay.
Unless you're really talking about some serious money.
Yeah.
Or just being fair. A lot of labels don't want to be fair nowadays. When it comes to streaming, when it comes to everything, it's like, dude, why y'all gotta extract all this from us?
Yeah.
When we're the ones with the talent.
Yeah.
But they call it a business for a reason.
Come on now.
But just because it's called a business doesn't mean you can't do proper business.
Come on now.
And that's the problem with a lot of labels, man. And they know it. I don't have to tell you. Any artist will say it. It's just like, treat us fairly.
Yeah.
Because we put in all this work. But at the end of the day, if you're an artist, aspiring artist, just make sure you have your business intact. I don't care who you are. Get your money right, get your business right. That way you won't have any issues.
When we talk about streaming and then just creating money and monetizing yourself in this day and age, in this digital age as well, man, what has that been like for you, understanding that? Because you got to understand that part going independent as well.
Facts. You have to. Like, I'm still learning. I ain't gonna even front.
Come on.
I know you know.
Come on.
You got the secrets, bro. Let me know. You got the keys. Now, I'm still trying my best to figure it all out. But considering that I am going through those various steps to kind of make sure I'm doing things in the proper form.
Yeah.
It is beneficial.
Okay.
When you do it the right way.
Yeah.
But I'm still learning, man. Every day I'm learning.
I feel that. Now, I mean, you said you're about to go on tour with Maxwell as well?
Yeah, that's in February of next year.
Okay, then.
Yeah. But I got a lot of shows coming up. I'm hitting a lot of places. Yeah, man, I'm getting booked a lot. The #1 song in the country on the R&B Billboard charts. It's Yeah.
Well, okay. So for somebody that wants to do what you done did, though, Jay, I mean, what does it mean when you have the #1 song in the country, too? What does that do for you financially? What does it do for you as far as business and recognition?
Great question. Financially, it definitely means a lot.
Okay.
it will definitely help you out.
Yeah.
But I'm not, even business-wise, once you realize that you don't really need, we need a machine to a certain degree.
Yeah.
But if I have a machine behind me, it has to be a partnership.
Yeah.
It can't be a dictatorship.
Exactly.
Major difference.
Come on now.
So it has to be a partnership, but it does mean a lot at this point, considering that I'm gaining such traction independently with essentially just my manager and I.
Yeah.
So people see it, they know it. When you charting over all these people that are huge,
exactly.
It's kind of like, yo, who is this cat? But they know now because this ain't my first time charting.
Exactly.
By the grace of God. So we're just waiting for something that makes sense for us to come across the table, and then we may do a partnership. But as of now, it means everything to us being just independent, because we control it all.
Exactly. 8 charting Billboard songs, though, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that's crazy in itself as well. So, I mean, when you look back over your career to right now, how do you feel realizing that I did this, man? I came out here and I conquered this thing.
Man, I feel great. I just want people to start realizing, they know I exist, but I want people in the industry to just make room for us other artists, you know? I feel like people sometimes, not like blacklisting you, I don't think no one's doing that to me.
I understand what you're saying.
But if there's a show and somebody said, we want Jay Brown, it could be somebody else on the show like, oh, I like Jay Brown too, but let's get my cousin on it. And then, they may slip them a few bucks.
Yeah.
And boom, I ain't getting the show. So I want things to just be fair, man. Life is life, but at this point in my career, I've earned it, 8 top 10 Billboard charted records independently, 2 #1s. My first one went, 3 weeks on the charts as #1, and this one is now 1 week, man, just give a brother a shot,
Come on,
I'm
man.
a cool cat. I don't do no dirty stuff to people. I'm out here trying to feed my kids just like everybody, man.
Come on now.
And I ain't no better than nobody. But again, I tell you one thing, I'm a hard worker. And my character, like I told you before, it speaks volumes. I'm a solid cat. So just let me in the dough. Let me in that dough.
Over your career, though, Jay, were there ever any times to where you were like, you know what, this R&B thing might not be for me, and I need to find something else to do?
Bro, yes, man. It happened, man, so many times. Maybe over 50 times. Because we get discouraged.
You just get discouraged as hell, Jay.
Bro. Like,
but I'm with you.
Yo, man, listen, it's been a lot because you go through all these hurdles and then you start questioning your ability to, like, your ability to, like, excel in this industry. Like, you don't want to question who you are, what you're capable of, but it happens. You start playing mind tricks on yourself like, dang, man, why can I get here? Why can I get there? You got to be patient. You got to be patient, and you got to have faith. That's the best way to sum it up. Faith and patience and some money behind you.
Come on now.
You need the money.
Come on.
And you got to have a lot, but you got to have a plan. Because you can have a certain amount of bread and just blow it all and not having the right plan. But you can have a decent amount of bread and, spread it out. Break some things out.
Come on.
You just got to have a solid plan, man, and faith and patience, because it's not going to happen overnight. I'm still trucking. And even with 8 top 10 Billboard charted records, 2 #1s, within 3 years of me getting back involved in music, I'm still grinding. So with people like yourself helping me out, come here and interview me, like, I appreciate it, bro.
I appreciate you coming through this thing,
and I ain't
man.
never ashamed to say it, because some people, y'all gotta count your blessings, man.
Yeah.
Because you ain't gotta interview me, but you're doing it.
Well, so you got a #1 hit, sir.
But still,
it's a lot easier.
But still, I appreciate your time, brother.
Yeah, no problem.
Because, a lot of people, man, I think the problem is right now, a lot of these cats who are doing so well in the industry, they lose sight of people who actually supported them.
Yeah.
And that right there is boy, talking about betrayal.
Come on now.
Man, so I encourage aspiring artists that have already made it, come back and look out for the people who supported you, because they didn't have to do it.
Come on.
So that's my goal. Like, if I meet good people such as yourself,
yes, sir,
trust me, you never know when you may need me in whatever capacity.
Come on now.
So it's all about making the right impression and treating people the way you want to be treated. Basic fundamentals that we learned growing up. So
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Sex on My Money with Gucci Mane.
Oh, now hold on. Now,
come on, man. How that baby come out?
Oh, my man Gucci. You know, man, Gucci. Man, that's a good dude, bro.
Come on.
Had some good times with him. Really good times. Shout out to Gucci, man.
Yeah.
But that record, man, it was. So initially we had Fabulous on it.
What?
We had Fab on it. Then, you know, I was like, man, I really wanted Gucci on this. Because Gucci he brought a different feel.
Yeah.
He got that street edge that I like, you know. So he had to come to the A and get it done. So that was it, man. Sex on My Money. Y'all can look it up. It's still a banger in my eyes. Yeah.
Did y'all record that live in studio? You sent the tracks in. How did y'all do that?
No, we recorded live.
So talk about that session, sir.
Man, it was, you know, cool, good energy. Good. He actually freestyled his verse.
What?
Yeah, he freestyled it. I think he was a little sleepy that day. But then once the beat came on, you know, he do a lot. You know, he got a lot of work going on.
Exactly.
So once that track came on, he just went in the booth and went after it.
My God.
But you know, it's definitely a creative process, especially when you're working with two talented people. But one thing about Gucci, I can say, brother ain't got no egos, no nothing. Yeah. He a solid cat. And if he see you solid, he gonna rock with you. Otherwise, I feel sorry for you. You don't want to be on the bad side of Gucci. But no, man, shout out to Gucci, man. And, you know, everybody in Atlanta, man. It's all love.
When you got that first #1, though, man, how did that feel?
Felt good.
Yeah.
You know, you #1 independently. And then the first week, bro, I was like, damn, I'm #1.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Then the second week, then the third week, I was like, yo, this is nuts. 3 weeks in a row. So I don't even know, man. Sometimes people ask me, man, you ain't excited? I'm like, I'm excited. I just don't really show it like that. You know, I think I've been through too much.
Yeah, I'm about to say the trauma. The trauma keep you from enjoying anything.
Yeah, it's so tough when you're an artist to really, like, you can enjoy it, but then it's kind of like you never know when the light's gonna go off. And I'm not saying the light's going off, but you know what I'm saying? You got to keep reminding yourself.
You got to stay in that present.
Yeah, God put me here.
Come on.
And like I stated before, faith, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes we lose sight of that.
Yeah.
Because we get so consumed with all the BS, all the bullshit that's floating around. And it kind of like, it kind of discourages us. But I will say, man, a #1 record, they say you're only as good as your last hit.
Yeah.
But I keep getting hit after hit.
Whew.
So I'm just trying to maintain them hits, man.
With you being able to have this much success independently, did you think about bringing out any other artists and stuff like that?
Well, that's my goal, man. So I want to ultimately sign my own artists. And I'm talking about artists that come from, I don't care what your background is. As long as you have talent, you're a stand-up person, I rock with you.
Exactly.
You know, so that's the ultimate goal. I want to open up my own performing arts center.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of kids need it, man. You know, a lot of these after-school programs, they disappear.
Is that a lot? The recreation centers, the after-school programs, the band camps, and everything
all gone, bro.
And that's what kept the kids from acting the fool because they had to go to practice.
Bro, they had to go to practice. They had something to do.
Exactly.
Not just sitting at home playing video games.
Oh my God.
Doing this, doing that. When we were younger, not to say I'm older, but I'm older, you know. And at some point, y'all gonna be older too. So
you damn right.
You better pray on it.
Come on.
That's what my dad would say. Make sure you pray you make it to my age.
Exactly.
But we had stuff to do. Now kids are just entertaining themselves, basically.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of like shortening their potential of excelling in life.
Exactly.
And so for me, I want to give back, man. I just want to do that, open up different after-school programs so that kids can have these opportunities to potentially grow into this huge artist if that's what they want. At least give them a chance because right now, man, they stripping funding and everything all across the states.
You ain't never lied.
Yeah, man. Especially in urban communities.
All the time. Now, when it comes to somebody that's coming out of that urban community, what advice do you have for them going forward to tackle their goals and dreams to achieve what you achieve?
Good question, man. You got the good questions, bro. I would say, like, because I'm from the west side of Detroit, man, West 7 Mile, and that's like pretty tough neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I will say, if you are an aspiring artist, you know, as I stated before, keep trucking, keep believing in yourself, and surround yourself with the right people. Because surrounding yourself with the wrong people could potentially impact you negatively. And the next thing you know, you're in a situation where you no longer have this potential of excelling based on some things that happen.
Yeah.
So I just say surround yourself with the right people, be encouraged, and believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Not everybody's gonna like you, and that's cool. But we live in a massive world if you think about it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who love music.
Come on.
So just because 30 people don't like you, don't mean 3,000 won't.
Facts.
So just keep going, man. That's the best, the best advice I can give anybody. Just keep believing in yourself in spite of whatever's going on, man. Because I'm a living witness. I gave up a few times, but then I came back. I would say I just got back involved in music 4 years ago.
So after all of them different times that you was going through it, what was it that clicked in your mind 4 years ago that made you say, you know what, I'm ready to give it another shot. And this time, I ain't leaving until I got 8 Billboard charting records and 2 number ones.
Man, faith.
Yeah.
It was all faith.
Okay.
Because sometimes I get in my head, which we all do, and I'm like, man, it ain't gonna happen because it's tough. If you're not, making or selling millions of records nowadays or whatever, you get discouraged. But I kept telling myself, like, man, I believe in myself.
Yeah.
I believe in my abilities for people to see what I see in myself. So let me go out here and make sure they see it.
Yeah.
And let me make sure I'm doing it properly so people can understand that, okay, he ain't nothing to be messed around with.
Facts.
He's actually the real deal.
That's right.
Let's give him more opportunities. And that's it, man. Just being exposed to the right people and believing in myself. That's what keeps me going, especially considering where I come from. So it can happen for anybody. Just keep going no matter what.
I got to get back to this independent thing. A lady told me a while back, Maria Moore, she said, Beehive, people praise affiliation and they disdain ownership.
Ooh.
So with you being an owner in the game, man, is it more difficult for you just being independent? Because even though, see, my thing is, as an independent person, you still making more money than you would with the machine.
You
so I mean,
are.
what is the? I would think more people would want to be independent.
Well, the potential downside of being independent is that you have to do everything on your own. So certain outlets you can't get to that certain record labels have access to. You don't have a machine buying you all these followers, buying you all these likes and comments. Because a lot of people fail to realize a lot of that stuff on Instagram is paid for. Ooh. People just don't want to talk about it. But I'm gonna tell you, because we can be real on this platform.
Yes, we can.
We can be real on this platform. I want to get all my stuff the organic way.
Exactly.
So if I'm getting one comment, one like, whatever, at least it's happening organically or based on how the algorithm is set up.
And let me jump in here to partner with you on what you just said. When you go organic in this game, you can actually keep a real track of your success and your failure, and you know what works and what doesn't work, and that is what turns into the dollar. So if you look up and you say, okay, this made me $1, then that's just what it did. It made you $1. Now let's figure out how to make it 10 and 100.
Facts, bro. He preaching.
Come on, truth, man.
So just do it the right way. It may take some time, but you got to just properly climb that ladder. Just jump before you jump to the last, stair or whatever what do you call it?
Finish line.
We could say finish line.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last finish line or whatever you want to refer to it as. Yeah. And then you realize, like, well, dang, man, I ain't really do the groundwork.
Exactly.
I done bought all these fake followers. Now you done messed up your algorithm.
Ooh.
Now you done messed up your chance of potentially excelling. Now you got to start all over. It's a process, man. Just do it the right way. That way you don't have to worry about any of the bullshit.
Also, you can't believe the hype, because if you done bought all of your doggone followers and everything, then you'll get to believing that you're actually as hot as you're not.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
And it happens all.
Oh, yeah.
People play a mind trick on themselves, like, bro, you really ain't as hot as you trying to convince yourself.
Exactly, because when they pull that from you and you flop and none of those followers were real any damn way.
Over. Like, yo, do it the right way, man, if you want to have some real traction in this industry, because 10, 20, 30, 50, 100, 500 people, these people are downloading your records, coming to your shows, you're going to eat. Like, just do it the right way. And plus, you want people who, like, are legitimately supporting your craft, not some bot, because, of course, a bot has no mind.
Exactly.
They're here today and gone the next second. So just properly climb the ladder, man, before you decide to jump all the way to the top and then you fall down. You don't want that to happen, man.
I'm with you.
Go through the steps.
Lastly, Jay, how can these folks contact you? And is there anything else that you need these people to know, man?
Well, that's a great question, man. I didn't think you was going to ask me. No, I'm joking. No, so check it. So my new single's out right now, #1 song in the country, If You Could See You. Like I stated, #1 on Billboard. My album, The Art of Making Love, is out right now. That's my current album. I'm working on my new album. And if you want to get in contact with me, follow me on Instagram, just the letter J, My last name Brown, music only. TikTok is jbrown313. Website, musicbyjbrown.com. I believe that's it. I always forget that one.
Yeah.
Let me just double check.
Take your time, man. We here for it.
We gonna get that right. Hold up.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I messed up.
Take your time.
It's jbrownmusiconly.com. My YouTube is Music by J Brown.
Okay, then.
So please subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, jbrownmusiconly, TikTok, jbrown313. And then, yeah, my website. Yup.
Yes, sir.
jbrownmusiconly.com.
I can dig it. Jay.
My bro.
Appreciate you coming through this thing, man. Wish you nothing but the best and much success.
Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you.
Be Hot Radio, shout it. Jay Brown. Holla at y'all in a minute, man. We gone.